Get ready, because you're now listening to Water Cooler Talk. Covering everything sports and sports news. From the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, the pros, the collegiate level, and everything in between. If it's about sports, then we're about it. So keep it locked to the absolute coolest podcast. Now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome to the Water Cooler Talk, man. The coolest podcast in your ear, man. My name is Nick Frazier, and the other voice you hear on the other end is
Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Hey, man, we are back, man. We are back, man. When you hear our voice, that means it's Wednesday. That means it's time for us to sit around the water cooler and give our perspective on sports, man. Marcus, how you doing today, boss?
I'm good, boss. How are you?
Man, I'm making it, man. It was a tough week. It was a tough past weekend of sports for me, man. Hopefully it'll get better, man. We'll talk about it later on, man. But how about yourself, man? How did you feel about this past weekend of sports, boss?
Saturday was tough. Sunday was a little bit better for me.
I heard that, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, man, we got a special guest with us again this week, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. He's a fan favorite, man. He's a fan favorite. Hey, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to bring him in. We had to bring him back, man. You probably seen us on his channel, Auburn Addicts. Ladies and gentlemen,
man, not the addict.
We got to bring him back in, man. DC Wolfe from Auburn Addicts, ladies and gentlemen, he's back.
What's up?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Hey, man, so we don't have DC for long, man. He gonna be with us for the first half of the game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But, man, it's just right that we got to bring him in to get his perspective on this past weekend, man, because, you know, we got to talk about them Auburn Tigers, man. Man, we're going to talk about it, though, man. But, hey, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all ready, man? The crowd is ready. The crowd is loud. They ready to go. Man. I think it's time, man. Let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Let's hop into the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
It's now time for the first quarter.
Oh, boy, man. We in the first quarter, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. The coolest podcast in your ear every Wednesday. We got to go ahead and get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk about it. In the first quarter, man, the first topic for tonight, man. What is going on with Auburn football, man? What happened this past weekend? Is it time to hit the panic button on Coach Freeze and the Auburn Tigers? DC, we're going to start with you, man. What did you take from this weekend? Is it time? Is it time to hit the panic button? Like, what did you see?
Everybody brace yourself, because I ain't going to say it's time to hit the panic button on Hugh Freeze himself.
Okay.
But I think it's time to hit the panic button on what Hugh Freeze doing.
Ooh.
Meaning, man, Hugh Freeze saying the quarterback doing good. He got open receivers. Now he's giving, hold up now. He giving some criticism, but he's saying like in certain spots the quarterback Thorne did well. He hit receivers here and there, but then it's like missing receivers. Then he's saying it's the O-line, so he's spreading it around. He talking about starting Peyton Thorne again and doing the same thing Saturday. And the reason I say it's time to hit the panic button on what Hugh Freeze doing is because Hugh Freeze had the same methodology every stop he went to, correct?
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he get to his dream job and they be like, I ain't calling offense, y'all. What sense do that make, man? See, y'all got me up already. But think about this, man. Think about this. Y'all start this Water Cooler podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. See, I got it now. But anyway, I got it, Nick. Okay, check it. Y'all start Water Cooler podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all started from the ground up.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all about to cross 100,000 subscribers, right?
Very soon,
y'all
hopefully.
Get picked up by ESPN.
What?
Y'all debut show, y'all just be like, man, forget everything we did. We just gonna let Bozo or somebody, the clown, run it.
Exactly.
I mean, does that make sense? You like finally get to your destination and you like, okay, I'm not gonna even call offense. Just let somebody else do it on my dream job. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry to get up. Get y'all.
I don't
Y'all
know.
got me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, let me calm down.
Marcus, what you
Be
thinking,
cool
man?
like y'all.
What you thinking, Marcus?
Yeah, it's time to hit the panic button on this season.
Ooh, already?
Man, unless he like DC said, unless he changes, if that's his theory, he wasn't watching the same game that I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
Payne Thorne held the ball way too long. Sometimes he dropped back too far for his pocket. Now the offensive line was shaky, but we also seen him miss a wide open receiver in the first drive on a wheel route. Like, and we also seen whoever is calling plays. I don't know who calling plays, but whoever is calling them. You see Robert Ashford get you a 3rd and 1, and you throw Payne Thorne back in the game for a screen. Like we can call better games on that than in Madden, bro. Like I don't know what I was watching.
Man,
the defense was the only touchdown of the game. I guess you can say that our defense is borderline good or elite. We had some mental lapses, but that's to be seen when you on the field for the whole game.
Goodness gracious.
So it's just like, my God, like even when Holden got in the game, he looked more comfortable in the pocket than Payne Thorne did the whole entire game. For the small sample size we got of Holden, he looked more comfortable in the pocket.
You know what?
So that's my take.
I don't know, man. I have gone back and forth on this. I think Hugh Freeze needs to go ahead and call plays. In my personal opinion, it's time for Hugh Freeze to go ahead and take over that play calling.
Obvious.
The quarterback position, man. So looking at Payne Thorne, man. Payne Thorne looked nervous Saturday. He looked nervous in the pocket, bro. Like I was watching him throw the ball. Like it's like he was dropped back, and like you know how when you got hit so much that it's like you just looking to get hit. That's exactly how he looked. And I was like, bruh, you holding the ball too long, overthrowing receivers. Man, Holden got in the game, and at least Holden stepped on his back foot and he threw the ball. He actually made the offensive line look better when he was out there because he was letting the ball go at a decent time and giving the receivers a chance to catch it. You know, it's not like Holden is waiting for the play, is waiting for the receivers to get to the spot that they're supposed to. He's throwing the ball to the spot the receivers are supposed to be at and letting them make the play. It's like Thorne wants the receivers to be already in the space where they're supposed to be at before he throw the ball. It's not like he trusting the receivers. And then you don't. And then I think the stat was that Javaris Johnson and Jay Fair had a combined total targets of 4. No, excuse me, these are the 4 or 5 combined total targets. Stop. Those are your 2 best receivers, and they get 4 targets the whole game. Okay, man. Listen. It's. I'm gonna say this. Auburn has a chance to come in next week, and I think because of what the defense can do, they have a chance to stay in the game with Georgia because I don't think Georgia's that good on. I don't think Georgia's that good on offense as they were in the past with like a Stetson Bennett. I still think Carson Beck is scared to throw the ball too. I believe he is. So if Auburn's defense can keep them in the game and the offense can find a way to score 21 points, I think Auburn has a chance to upset Georgia. That is me personally. In Jordan Harris.
Question to both of you guys.
Go ahead.
Question to both of you guys. Who are you coming into next week as your starter?
Holden Gardner.
If you was the coach.
It's not. I would go ahead and throw Holden out there. Let Holden get a week under his belt. But it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It won't be until after the week of after their bye week that you'll probably see a new quarterback. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I would definitely go Holden, man. But from what Hugh Freeze said in the press conference, they asked him kind of something along that, and he said, "Man, we're gonna get more Peyton Thorne. He said Peyton Thorne is, to paraphrase it, he's saying Peyton Thorne looking good in practice.
But he ain't.
We're talking about practice.
Talking about practice.
Man, Peyton Thorne is easily
Right.
third string
That's
on my
right.
roster.
That's what he's saying. He's saying Peyton looking good in practice, man. And he keep holding on to this dude, man. It's like it's one thing to get in practice and you look like a G. But bro, if you can't get on the field, if you walking out there, who was the guy on the Wizard of Oz that didn't have a heart? Was it the Scarecrow?
The Tin Man, wasn't it? No,
The
that
Tin Man?
was
No,
the Tin Man?
Scarecrow.
The Scarecrow, yeah.
The Scarecrow was
Yeah.
Scarecrow, man. Come on, we need to go back and watch.
The Tin Man didn't have
That-
courage. It was the Tin Man that
yeah,
didn't
we
have
need to
courage.
get brushed
That's
up
what
on
it is. That's what it
Me and
was.
you need to sit down together, watch the Wizard of Oz together. But anyway,
Nah, we gotta watch the Wiz.
The
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 Wiz, yeah,
Wiz,
watch
the
the
Wiz.
Wiz.
He's on down the
Any-
road. Oh man.
But yeah, this guy saying that he's saying that Peyton Thorne looks good, but he get in the game, it seems like, bro, he leaving his heart at practice. Or maybe he's not getting hit at practice, like Nick said. We kind of talked on the side. Maybe he doing good because he's not used to getting hit. But man, this dude getting in the game, he not carrying his courage, man. So you can't keep going with a guy, man, that's not bringing his courage on the field, man. Give me Holden, man, and
Yeah.
let's just build him up.
Yeah.
Let him get his reps, let him get his lumps, and let's go through the season. But I'll say this before I pass it off. I think it's going to be a lot of the same throughout the whole season. The reason I say that is because Hugh Freeze said he doesn't even jive with the terminology. He can't change the terminology because they running somebody else's terminology.
Yeah.
So that's why he's
Yeah.
saying he can't really jump in, because he said it'll be confusing to the players if he start jumping in using the terminology he's used to. So they got to ride it out, man. They gotta
Yeah.
ride this out.
Yeah, once you, I'm under the belief, especially in college football, a team is who they are by week 4, week 5. That's who they're gonna be for the rest of the season. Unless Auburn makes a change now at quarterback and they make huge improvements this coming week, I fear this is what Auburn's gonna be for the rest of the season.
I was gonna say, like, for the quarterback I would take into this week would be Robert Ashford.
Okay.
The reasons why is because Georgia a big game. I still want to go out and try to win that, and I'm just run the football. I'm gonna go with what I know.
Okay. Okay. Running
You have a
football.
better chance.
Yeah.
They need to just, bro, at this point, it looked like they the same team when Cadillac took over. It looked like they can run the ball, but they just can't. It looked like we the same team, dude.
Basically.
We can run the ball, but we can't throw it.
Basically, with a little bit of an upgrade on the offensive line. That's what
Yes.
that's what it looks
Yes.
like to me. It's
Yes.
exactly what it looks
Yes.
like to me.
Yes.
But I don't know, man. This is baffling to me because I mean, like, it was so much hype going. Excuse me. So much hype going into the season about this Hugh Freeze offense, what Hugh Freeze is gonna do. You know I predicted Auburn to win 9 games this season. I don't know about that now, unless we just see something drastically different. Unless there's just something just drastically different from this week, like a QB change. I don't know, man. I'm not too confident on my preseason predictions. How y'all feel about that?
Nervous about mine as well. Let's Peyton Thorne turn into Tim Tebow.
I'm nervous about mine as well, man.
Yeah.
It's just hearing what Hugh Freeze said about how it's hard for him not to jump in and call the plays. He said he in a hard place right now
Yeah.
because he's not used to it.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, you shouldn't have given the whole car to somebody. Man, give it a half a car partial where it's like, leave me room where I can jump in here like Gus did.
Yeah.
Gus could just jump in and take over play calling at any time.
It was his
Hugh
offense.
Hugh didn't leave himself any room to jump in and just take it over. It's gonna have to be a transition. That's why he was saying, man, wait till the off week. And then we might see something different after that. But.
Yeah, but okay, well, I predicted at the beginning of the season, not taking this week because I kind of fell into the Kool-Aid a little bit, thinking Auburn can come out and beat Texas A&M and Kyle Field. I did at the beginning of the season predict Auburn to lose to Texas A&M. Do you think with him changing it at the bye week, him changing it back to, something that he is comfortable with calling. Is that enough change for Auburn to actually down the back end of the season actually become a more competent team and a more competitive team? Do you think that change helps the team?
Well, I think if you get an offense right now, man, that could score 21 or 24 points, man, you'll be hard to beat.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just my thought.
I agree with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? So I think if Hugh Freeze get in there, dude, think about this. This dude said they were been successful with RPOs. He said they didn't throw no RPOs against Texas A&M.
None.
Not one.
None. He said that. He did.
So, bro, I'm like, what are y'all doing in the? He said he went over the game plan. It was good, but I'm like, okay, bro, what are y'all doing in game that the whole game go by? Okay, you go to halftime, you should be whispering in dude ear like, okay, RPO, my guy, RPO, my guy. It's like the whole, and maybe he just kind of like, I'm gonna let you go and do your thing, and I'm not gonna interrupt, man. But you can't, like, if that's your philosophy, he said that's what got him here.
Yeah.
What's baffling me is, dude, this is what got you here.
Yeah.
Why are you sitting in a rocking chair just letting somebody just drag your dream if this is your dream job, man?
Very true.
I don't understand that.
Very true. Because he said it was 3 schools he would leave Liberty for. And he said, well, of course, Auburn was one because he had Auburn. I remember him saying that. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of things that need to happen. Hopefully, and I think the biggest one is actually evaluating the quarterback position and actually giving Holden a real chance at quarterback, because he does look out of all 3 quarterbacks. He, in my personal opinion, he looks like the better option as throwing the ball. That's how I see it, man. But fellas, man, how y'all feel about that, man? That's the end of the first quarter, man. We moving right along, man. How y'all feeling so far? How y'all feeling, man? To let me know what y'all thinking.
Good, thumbs up, my guy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, we just ended the first quarter, man. Y'all know what time it is. We about to slide on through. We're going to keep it moving. Let's head to the second quarter.
Now entering the second quarter.
All right, man. We in the second quarter again, man. Thank y'all again for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. And we got to talk about it. Man. We started in Auburn. We started in the 3-3-4. Now we got to move. We got to go down 85 South, and then we're going to take 65 North, excuse me. Then we'll probably stop off on 459, and it'll take us on down to I-20 in Tuscaloosa, man. So we got to go. There's another team in the state, competitor, now our rivals. Man, did we write Alabama off too quick? I got to start with Marcus on this one. Marcus, what you thinking, man? Alabama won 24-10 against Lane. Is this the Alabama that Nick Saban wanted, or is Ole Miss just that bad?
This is a game he was supposed to win.
Okay. Who?
Nick Saban.
Okay. All right. Okay. Expound on that for me a little bit, boss man.
It's Lane Kiffin, bro. You know how I feel about Lane Kiffin. Like, it's Lane Kiffin, bro. Lane Kiffin is one of them people. If we walked in the room, all of us walked in the room together, you could look at Lane and be like, yeah, he gonna be the one who screwed it up.
Wow.
You like he gonna be the reason why they go to jail tonight.
Wow. So you saying
he one of them guys, bro.
So you saying Lane Kiffin that bad, boss?
Bro, Lane Kiffin can have a whole season scripted right out for him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll just blow it.
Okay. So
Lane Kiffin one of them coaches.
All right. So okay, I'm pretty sure you saw some of the game, or you at least saw some of the highlights of it.
Yeah.
Did Alabama impress you?
The quarterback did.
Okay.
Miro made a lot of great decisions. He made one interception, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But like he still, I think, only missed like 4 passes. I think he went 17 or 21.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really down on him this game. He got a star position, and he showed why he was the starter.
Okay. All right. DC, what you got, man? What you thinking?
I don't think we hit the panic button too quick. I think it's to be continued, yet to be seen, man, with Alabama, because you are playing an Ole Miss defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course, then it's at home. This is a big game. you struggling. You lost a game, you struggle. So man, they got to rally the troops, and then they got to beat Lane Kiffin. So that was one of their best efforts, one of their get up games. So I want to see them against who they play next. When do they play LSU? Do they play Texas A&M next?
I believe they do play Texas A&M next. Let me look and see why I'll take a look real quick. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, I think if they playing Texas A&M next, man, and they're gonna play Texas A&M at home. I think.
Yeah,
Play
it
Mississippi
is.
State.
No, they play Mississippi State. They play Mississippi
They're
State
gonna
next.
drag Mississippi State.
They play. They play. Yeah, they
See,
play.
I'm waiting for
Then
them
they
to play.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to play Texas A&M and LSU. That's the games I'm looking at. I don't think we wrote them off too quick, man. I think they just got an easier opponent. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think once they get to a Texas A&M type defense or start playing the LSU with comparable competition, and I think it's gonna be rough again, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
Struggling.
I agree with you on that. I think it was the competition. It was Ole Miss. It was an Ole Miss defense. I think after last week, what happened in South Florida, Nick Saban was like, "Look, I don't care what y'all do, man. Lane Kiffin ain't coming here. He not beating me. This is not about to be a struggle win,
bro. Who want to lose?
It's not about to be a struggle win. I'm pretty sure Nick Saban was in all his assistants' ear and in everybody's ear, like, look, we ain't having a struggle win against Lane because they're not about to talk about me. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the GOAT. Yep. But that's exactly that's exactly what I think it is. Now I still think Alabama has some problems, especially with the offensive line. I don't think the offensive line is that great. Milroe played better because Milroe got benched, so he wanted to show why he should not have got benched. Wide receiver core, still not great. I mean, you probably got one in Jermaine Burton, who's pretty good. The defense may be a little bit better than what I thought. But I keep hearing everybody talking about how good this defense is at Alabama. I don't see that. I still think they only have 2 All-Americans in Kool-Aid McKinstry and Dallas Turner. That's my personal opinion. But no, I don't think we wrote them off too quick. I still like I said, when they play a Texas A&M, I think when they play an Arkansas type team, when they play an LSU type team, and then of course when they play Auburn at the end of the year, that's always a tough game, especially when they play that game at Jordan Hare. It's always going to be a tough game. So no, I still think Alabama loses 2, maybe 3 more games this season. But hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. Alabama did not get rolled. We did not write Alabama off too quick. Let's just wait. Let's just keep waiting. It's coming. It's coming. It is coming. Anything else on that subject before we move? Anybody else want to expound on what Alabama?
I want to say this and kind of drop back to the Auburn thing, and then this is going to affect the Texas A&M Alabama game.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this: did Auburn unlock Texas A&M winning this season when they hurt your boy and then changed quarterbacks? Because it was a marked difference when what's his name?
Max Johnson.
Vanilla Killer, that's what they call it. Vanilla Killer. When the Vanilla Killer got in the game, bro, it was a different story.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying?
It was.
So did Auburn unlock Texas A&M winning the rest of the season? If he plays,
I put it like this, and I can only speak for Auburn's defense. I think a running quarterback is what Auburn wants to play. Mm-hmm. If you have a quarterback that can sit in the pocket and literally dissect the defense. Mm-hmm. Like that, I think that's a little bit more troubling to Auburn's defense, because now you're not really getting a pass rush for real with the front four. So now it's causing the quarterback to sit in the pocket a little bit longer, and then now instead of rushing 4, now you're bringing 5, maybe 6, and you're only dropping 5 in coverage, which means you're in man defense. So that can, and with the way Auburn's offense is playing, that can make the secondary, which is already shorthanded because of injuries, a little bit more tired and depleted. That's what they are. Now, as it pertains to Texas A&M, a team like LSU that can actually get a pass rush with their front 3 or 4, I don't know. Maybe against like an Ole Miss, I think Texas A&M will look really good against with Max Johnson. A team like Mississippi State, they'll look really good against, or something like that. But like a LSU type defense, maybe an Arkansas type defense that can get a pass rush. I think it'll be trouble for Max Johnson, and I think Connor Wigman would probably be a better option. That's just my take on that particular subject there. That's what I think. What you got, Marcus? What you thinking?
I think Max Johnson had a moment. He came from what Brad Johnson. Yeah, Brad Johnson, his daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Championship pedigree. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he had a moment. He had a little Super Bowl moment.
So
Long term, I don't really think he. I like the other quarterback better, man. Just something about him. But Max Johnson, I think he had a moment. Yeah, he stepped up.
Okay.
okay, all right, that's okay, understandable. He stepped up. He had a moment. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I wouldn't say he had a moment. I think Max Johnson is a little bit better than what people give him credit for. I think
Mhm.
he is. I
He was
just
the
think,
starter last year. He blew it.
Mhm.
well, yeah, but that was Jimbo calling the plays. That was Jimbo calling plays. It's kind of like how Auburn is right now. You got somebody calling plays for a quarterback that's not a real runner. You know, you know what I'm saying? Sanford low key
He's
kind of
awesome.
made people think like, what's going on? Like this dude literally might be the reincarnation of Nick Marshall, the way he was running against Sanford. That's what they had people believing. And I'm like, man, that's not Peyton Thorne. Like, come on, man. You got to call plays that actually fit to what to what your players can do. Throw the ball, man. The man can throw the ball. Put him in a rhythm. Give him some short passes, man, so he can get into a rhythm so he can throw the ball down the field.
Thank you, man. I'm like, man, get this man some slant routes, man, some zero route screens, man, some tight end button hooks. Put somebody, I mean, he looking at the pressure, so just put somebody in his face, man. Hook the tight ends
Something.
right in front of him or some comeback routes. Something he can see, man, that he ain't got to drop back and pan the field.
That's
Cross
it.
him is something, man. It's like I agree in that sense with Hugh Freeze because that's what I meant when I in the first he was kind of he didn't sugarcoat and said Peyton Thorne did a bad job. But then on the other hand, he was saying the coaches didn't help him either in certain situations. So, and I agree with that. I was sitting there the whole time like, can we just please run a slant route? Can we
Something.
please run some crossing routes?
Something.
Can we, and Bobby Petrino was doing it,
Yeah.
running crossing routes, leaking the back out the backfield, man, just getting the quarterback some easy throws, man, to get a rhythm.
This brings a question to mind. All right, when we get to that. The SEC, you talk about the SEC being, the SEC, it just means more.
Mhm.
Now Philip Montgomery was the OC at Baylor, and he was at Tulsa, right? Is it better to have an OC DC head coach combination that has played? I mean, not played, but that has coached in the SEC than having these guys come from other conferences? Because it's just different. I mean, like when you watch football everywhere, it's different, but it's just something different about playing in the SEC. Is it better to have an OC that understands the conference to actually call plays in the conference in the SEC? In my personal opinion, what do y'all think about that?
I think so because the thing about it is if you look around the SEC, the defensive coordinators are the ones who get the head coaching jobs eventually. So if you can be a great offensive coordinator, you'll shoe in for another head coaching job somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't think I explained that well enough. I said, is it? Well, let me put it like this: Is it better for a coach that has coached in the SEC, that has not head coaching, has coordinator experience or even position coach experience in the SEC to call plays in the SEC?
Yeah, you adjust it. You're able to read the SEC defense. You're able to get in the mind of an SEC defensive coordinator because you've seen those looks before.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen those schemes before. You've
Mm-hmm.
seen how a safety can rotate down. So you understand the adjustments that you want your quarterback to make or your players to make. And able to check routes different. You're able to see, what I'm saying, call different specialty plays or, have a running back line up to a side of a dominant defensive end that need chipping or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's different looks that you will see that you probably won't see in a pass happy offense
Gotcha.
like the Pac-12.
They don't
have
I
a
agree. And
defense.
then it's like it's something to be said about knowing the speed of the game in the SEC.
Yeah.
Also, if you've been there and done that, man, you know the personnel, man. You know what you've studied Georgia for years, so you know what
Mm-hmm.
personnel packages is coming. You know the outstanding players. You know what I'm saying? So it's something to be said about being in the conference. You know, but
Gotcha.
then it's something to be said about being fresh and new. Like when Gus came, man, when he brought that stuff in, man, their head was spinning.
That's very true.
Nick Saban went and got the rules changed, bro.
He did. He got mad. He was upset. He was upset. He got
That's
mad.
why we got the rule changed to like when offense sub, you got to stop the game and let defense sub.
Yeah.
Because Gus was running them in the ground, man. If they would have changed that rule, man, Gus would still be at Auburn, and we probably would have about 3 or 4 national champions.
That is very true.
Because it was like he brought that fresh thing and that fresh new thing, but when he brought it in and started rolling cats, they were like, "Nah, bro, we gonna change the rules on you, buddy."
It kind of feels like it's going back to that. It kind of feels like it's going back to that pre-Gus era, like when Saban first got there, like that hard-nosed style football. You know, it's gonna take, if you score 24 points, if you score 24 or 28 points, you win the game. But remember when Gus came in, scores was like, I remember one game, I think Gus scored at Auburn. I think the highest he scored was like 60 points, 65 points against Arkansas. It's like a 65-43 game the year they went to the national championship game. But yeah, man, I feel like I think that's what's gonna happen, man. By the way, no, I don't think we wrote Alabama off too quick. I think Alabama just has played a very bad opponent. But it is what it is, man. Hey, man, you know what? This was fun, man. This time went by quick. Unfortunately, man, DC, he got to get up out of here, man. He got to take care of some stuff. Man, DC, tell everybody where they can find you at, man, how they can follow you, man, how they can put you in rotation, boss. Tell them, man.
Hey, man, put us in the rotation. We at Auburn Addicts. That's Auburn_Addicts, man. That's on every platform. Same thing. Easy to find. It's easy to find me. It's easy. I ain't hard to find. That's it. I ain't hard to find. But he got found Saturday. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here, man. But y'all check us out. Put us in the row.
Hey, man, y'all go.
That was a call. Y'all put us in the. Y'all put us in the rotation, man. Auburn_Addicts, man. Hey, man, y'all. Hey, bro. The episode we did, and I'm about to get off y'all show. But that episode y'all did, that was the first episode that crossed 1,000 views, man. So
which episode?
The one we did. The last
one.
Stop
playing. It went 1,000. I haven't seen it for real.
Yeah, man. That was first video that crossed 1,000 views, man.
Look at that, man. Congratulations to Auburn Addicts. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. 1,000 views, man. Everybody go subscribe to Auburn Addict YouTube channel, man. Go watch the videos, man. We be on there regularly, man, and we'll be on there some more, man. So, hey, man, Addict, man, we appreciate you coming in, man. Hopefully you come back soon. Well, we know you will, but man, you have a good one, man. Thank you so much for coming in, boss.
War Eagle, man.
War Eagle, boss. War Eagle. Hey, man, y'all, man. Hey, man, that was great, man. Auburn Addicts is in, man. We appreciate him coming through. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we ended the second quarter, man. It is time for us to head to halftime.
Get on out your seats. It's halftime.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. The coolest podcast in your ear, man. Shout out to Auburn Addict for coming on with us, man, and hanging out with us for the first quarter, man. Hey, man, you know we got to shout out to our sponsors, man. Shout out to the sponsor of this show, man. Man, this episode is brought to you by Hollywood Media.
Hollywood.
If you want to feel like a star, man, come to Hollywood for your photography and videography needs, man. Holly, that's Holly with an EY, man. Follow on TikTok, IG, and YouTube at Hollywood_Media, and on Facebook at Hollywood Media. That's with 2 A's. Again, that's Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. Hey, Mark, say it one more time, man.
Hollywood.
Hey, man, shout out to DJ, man. Our sponsor, man. He been rocking with us. Bro. Been rocking with us since day one, man. So, bro, we at halftime right now, boss, man. And we thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. Again, shout out to Auburn Addict for coming on with us and chilling with us. Man, Marcus, man.
Yes, sir.
Bro, man. We're going to talk about it later on, bro. But, and you know, I don't even want to bring it up. Because it's coming. They going to get a double dose of it later on in the show. But, bro, man, I think people already know what we talking about. But goodness. Man. Goodness, my God. What was going on with that? I don't know what was happening. happening there. But anyway, man, what I mean, I didn't.
What good games you watch this on this Sunday, man?
This past Sunday,
Yeah, on this Sunday.
I did watch Jordan Love and the Packers.
That was beautiful.
Come back.
Beautiful. That was against the Saints, wasn't it?
Yeah, they came back from 17 down and they beat the Packers, man. That was a good stepping stone for Jordan Love, man. And they scored 18 points with like 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They didn't start scoring until like 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So I think Jordan
and the Dawson with them Panthers. What you think about that?
I didn't even watch the whole game. Did they end up winning that game or did they lose?
They lost, but he looked good, man.
But see, the thing about Andy Dalton is he's a pretty good quarterback. He's not on Bryce Young level. I'm just gonna leave right there. Y'all listen, man. I don't care what y'all say, man. Bryce Young is great. Bryce Young will be all right. He will be all right. He'll be good. He'll be okay.
Another quarterback in his class, C.J. Stroud, got his first win this weekend.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud looked good, man. C.J. Stroud looked good.
Did he?
He looked real good. Yeah, I believe if Bryce Young just go ahead and start playing like he's capable of, that's gonna be a nice little rivalry, going forward in the NFL. NFC AFC rivalry, man. I think it can be a nice little rivalry. I just need my boy Bryce Young. I just need my boy Bryce Young to go ahead and just get in gear, man. Go ahead and get in gear. Should have came to Auburn. If Bryce Young would have came to Auburn, he would have been ready. He would have been ready. He would have been ready if he would have came to Auburn. But it is what it is. We can't do it. Hey, man, shout out to my my alma mater, man. Both of my alma maters, BTW, the Boise Washington Golden Eagles. They beat Slocum this past weekend, 43-6. So shout out to BTW.
Shouts out BT.
And Central Michigan came in to my alma mater, the University of South Alabama, the Jaguars, and they had to cheat to win. I'm saying they had to cheat to win because that was a bogus personal foul call on the last drive of the game that would have ended the game. That was a bogus call. South Alabama should have won. We should have won homecoming. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But go Jags anyway, even though Central Michigan cheated. I think they cheated, but it's all right though. Yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't care what y'all say, man. But hey, man. Oh, snap. The team's coming out, man. The crowd is getting ready. I think they ready, boss. I think we getting ready to rock. Hey, Marcus, you ready? Let's go ahead and head.
Let's get it.
To the third quarter.
We've now entered the third quarter.
Oh, man, we just came out of halftime, man. We thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. So thank y'all again for tuning in, man, and listening to us give our perspective on sports, boss. So we're in the third quarter, man, and we got to talk about it, man. Colorado went to Eugene, Oregon this past weekend, and they got beat. They got beat by a good Oregon team. So we're gonna ask the question, man. Is Oregon the most complete team in college football? I know the graphic says is Oregon the complete team. It should be the most complete team. But is Oregon, in your opinion, the most complete team in college football? Marcus, what you think?
I would say they have the most experienced quarterback in college football.
That they do.
Most complete team. I think they dominated offensively how we expected them to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Defensively, they overperformed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Really?
I feel like they played like we didn't expect them to shut them just completely down like they did. Did you? I did. Like me myself personally, I picked Colorado, but like I told you last week, that was me just picking the underdog, hoping,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You picked the safe pick. So me myself personally, a person caught me, one of our listeners caught me at work,
Mm-hmm.
and they was like, I just listened to the podcast, man. And I want to say Nick's tape about Colorado aged like fine wine. And I was like, it was true. You did say Colorado is not a top 25 team.
I've been said that.
And they didn't look like a top 25 team.
No. They played
last week.
I put it like this, man. Colorado played TCU And TCU was a good team. They just ran into a very good team against Georgia in the national championship game. And they lost a lot of that talent off of that team that went to the national championship game and got beat by a lot. And they were replacing a lot of talent and a lot of pieces that are now in the NFL or, not with the team anymore. So I had picked TCU to win the game just because I thought, first game, TCU would make a play at the end of the game to win the game. That's what I thought. I thought it would be a close game. I did not expect it to be a 45-42 game. I was expecting somewhere between like a 24-28 game. That's what I was expecting. Now, TCU just has a very bad defense. Nebraska has a really good defense, but it didn't look like they had a really good defense because the offense couldn't move the ball. They couldn't move the ball at all. They didn't have a quarterback that could move the ball. Colorado State is not a good team, but Colorado State had a good enough defense and a good enough defense to keep them in check and a good offense that could move the ball and stay on the field long enough to give the defense some rest. And they went to overtime with them and they almost won. But when you play against Oregon plays fast. Like you said, they probably got the most experienced quarterback in college football as well. And you got a defense that is bigger, that's just as big, if not bigger than your offensive line and fast.
Wow.
And the head coach comes from the stock of Kirby Smart at Georgia. It's bound to happen that Oregon's going to have I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon has a top 20 defense at the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised. With that.
I really just feel like Colorado's offensive line is that bad though. Like
they are. They're not
Shador
good.
didn't get no time.
None whatsoever.
So I feel like I really want to see a situation where I can't wait to see Oregon versus USC.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how the Oregon USC game is gonna go. Colorado's gonna look better because USC does not have as good of a defense as Oregon. So I expect Colorado to score in this game. But the problem is Caleb Williams is a problem. And he can score quick. He can score on 1-2 play drive. And it's in the end zone. And I believe USC's defense is good enough to make 1 or 2 stops in order to stop Colorado from scoring. Because if you noticed, it takes Colorado a while on offense to get going when you watch them play. Yep. It seems like it takes them a little longer to get into gear and to start zooming along and doing what they need to do. I think USC come out on go from jump. That's gonna be the difference in this game.
Well, and the thing about it is the second string, well, I ain't gonna say second string. Well, he is considered second string, but the second best cornerback on Colorado's team, he's in for a long season. I seen him. I hate to say it. Number 3, you tried, bro. You tried your hardest, bro. But it's just, oh my God, the dude Franklin from Oregon. Mm-hmm. He gave him his lunch. He did everything he wanted. He fixed the water on the sideline. He gave him a pillow.
He put the man to sleep. He put the man to sleep. He rocked him to sleep. That's what he did. He rocked him to sleep.
Man, he did everything he wanted to. And it's just like
he didn't rock him to sleep, did he?
Bro, and it's just like he couldn't stop him at all. He couldn't even pinch him.
So basically, are you saying that Oregon is the most complete team in college football? Is what you're trying to tell me?
I'm saying that Colorado is not a good measuring stick on what I would consider Oregon being a complete team against. Okay. Like honestly, the world expected this. It's just we didn't expect it to look this brutal.
Bro, they it's like. I ain't trying to sound like the people on Twitter, but it's like Oregon was trying to send a message to. It's not like they were trying to beat Colorado. It's like they were trying to beat Colt Prime. They were trying to beat Coach Prime. That's what it felt
Well,
like.
the
And I
thing-
was like,
I keep
bruh.
hearing that. I keep hearing that. He's the coach. He's a part of the organization. So
True.
if you're gonna beat the team, you're gonna beat Coach Prime.
True.
So, but the thing about it is, if I'm a coach, what he did to inspire his boys and not let nothing leak into the media until he said that before the game, that was clever.
Yeah.
That's great coaching.
Yeah. I agree with
You
you.
gotta take, if you coach Prime, you gotta take hats off to that. That's a calculated move. That's smart.
I gotta agree with you on that one. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that one. And I still believe, even if it leaked to the media, I still don't think Colorado in the trenches was still, good
they won't
enough
still get blitzed,
to beat them, to beat Oregon and things of that nature. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say Oregon is the most complete team in college football right now. I would probably have to say Florida State looks like the most complete team in college football. I'll probably have to lean Florida State.
Two battle tests. They came out with dubs in both of them. They got battle tested twice against one in the first game against
LSU.
In the second game, the second battle test was against Clemson this past week.
Yeah.
I like that, Nick.
I'm gonna have to go.
I like that.
I'm gonna have to go
I like
either.
that.
I'm gonna give you two teams. I'm gonna have to go Florida State 1,
Okay.
and then even though they lost this weekend, I'm gonna have to go Notre Dame. Notre Dame looks really good.
I thought you were gonna lean Ohio State.
No, man, Ohio State. No, I'm not an Ohio State fan, bro. And like it's hard because they get so much hype. They get so much hype in the preseason because I guess it's just name recognition. But Ohio State didn't look good that game, man. They didn't look good. They didn't. And I go ahead.
I feel like a lot of people picked Notre Dame to win that game.
They did.
I feel like that was an upset.
They did. And Notre Dame, technically, I'm not trying to have like a moral victory here, but technically, Notre Dame should have won that game because you watch the game, they come down, it's literally what, 3 seconds left on the clock, and they on the 2-yard line. Cal McCord made a great throw to the 2 or the 1-yard line to Njigma. No, that's not Njigma. That's not his name. Uwigwe. However you say his last name. And Notre Dame's defense stopped them. And they stopped them a couple of times before they scored a touchdown to go 0 seconds on the clock. Well, they came back and put 1 second on the clock. But yeah, Notre Dame played well enough to win that game. I just think Ohio State had a little bit more luck on their side that night. That's just how I see that one. But,
Okay.
It is what it is. But I think Notre Dame is a good team. I think Notre Dame with Sam Hartman at quarterback is a good team. So we'll see what happens, man. Oh, man, that was great. Man, we moving right along, boss. We moving right along. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It's time to move to the fourth quarter because we ready. We ready. We ready for y'all.
We have now arrived at the fourth quarter.
Bruh, we about to talk about it. Bruh.
We got to.
This here had to be probably still is the story of the week. The story of the weekend. Bruh. What is going on with the Denver Broncos, bruh? The Denver Broncos flew from it has not been a great weekend for the state of Colorado.
The whole thing.
The whole state of Colorado in football, it was not a great weekend for you all. Bruh, but Denver just went down there and just got they look
tortured.
in the words of Coach Hurt, man, they look bush league. Them dudes look bush league, bruh. Man,
it's so sad because Sean Payton talked all that cash money.
Talk about it, bro.
He just was in the headlines just saying stuff.
Talk about it.
And I thought their defense was one quarterback away from being Super Bowl contenders. No, it was 7 point put on your head.
Bro, they gave up.
But I wait.
They gave up. I'm gonna put it like this, man. I don't even want to labor on this too long because that was just horrible performance by that defense. They gave up. That defense gave up. Tyreek Hill was 9 for 154. Another big game from Tyreek Hill. Except, last week he didn't have a great game. But, my boy Tyreek Hill still did his thing. You know what I'm saying? 9 for what? 150. It was 157 or 154 Tyreek had. Yeah, it was 157. Denver gave up. I have never seen a team give up in a game like that. I thought I was watching the Pac-12 play.
Man.
I thought I was watching Pac-12 football. I was like, are you serious? Like, it's like they gave up. And the messed up part about it is they scored 70 points and they could have put more up on the board because they scored with like 8 minutes and 1 second left in the fourth quarter. It was just out of the goodness of Coach, what's his name, Mike McDaniel's heart, that he was like, you know what? I done put it on you too bad already. I'm just gonna let y'all walk out of here with your dignity. I'm gonna let y'all
just put up one more just to break the record.
They could have kicked the field goal to break the record. He was like, nah, I'm gonna kill y'all with kindness. I'm gonna let y'all know I could have did it, but Sean Payton, you talked all that stuff this all season. I'm gonna let you save your face a little bit. But then, did you see Sean Payton in the post game with the reporter? Sometimes I just answer the question. What's your question? What's your question? Next question.
When you be like that too, you just got blitzed. I don't want to talk after I get whooped either.
Man,
I want to just sit in the corner and cry about it.
Bruh, I don't even know what else to say about this, bruh. 70, bruh. Your defense let up 70 points, bruh. Like, that's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I would have made every single last one of them buy their own tickets back to Denver.
They would not be getting no game checks.
Nah, well, you got to pay them game checks because of the CBA. But
I already know that. But I'm just saying they wouldn't be getting no game checks.
They would have They would have used some of that game check, and they would have been even flying. They would have either been flying private back to Denver, or they would have been flying commercial. Cause that was ridiculous, man. Like you at least gotta have some pride in yourself, bro. Be like, look, we ain't letting them score no more, man. We might lose the game, but we ain't about to get beat by 50. Bro, they got beat by 50.
Blitzed.
They got beat by 50, bro. 50.
Blitzed. Tua's at home watching the rest of the game from his living room.
Bro, they got beat by 50, bro. 50. Bro, they got beat by 7 touchdowns, bro.
Tyreek ran home and he was able to make it before the clock hits you.
That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing, bro. 50. You got beat by 50, bro. 50 points. You got beat by 50 points, dog. Come on, bro. Yeah, man.
So Nick, let me ask you another question. What was your biggest surprise from this weekend?
Oh, I'm gonna give you another surprise. Another big surprise from this weekend. The fact that the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. What? I'm not gonna say it was a surprise. I'm not gonna say it was a surprise because I looked at the stats in the past 10 games. I just looked at the past. I want to say, was it 10 or 15? I want to say it was 10. In the past 10 games, I think Arizona has beat them 8 times. But the way that Dallas has been basically almost kind of like yeah, man, we that team. And I still think Dallas is a good team, bro. They got beat by Josh Dobbs, bro. Didn't they just sign Josh Dobbs like a week ago?
Right after preseason.
Bro, Josh Dobbs, bro. What is Josh, bro? I don't know. That's another. Who else you got? What was another disappointment? This that you saw this past weekend. What else did you see?
Another disappointment that I seen. I would say, Baltimore.
Really?
The Ravens.
They got beat by a field goal at the last minute.
Yep.
Gardner Minshew.
I don't expect them to even be in a dogfight with the Colts. I expect Baltimore to dog walk the Colts, especially with Gardner Minshew as the starter.
Well, no, Gardner Minshew. Okay, now listen. Gardner Minshew had a good little run.
He's streaky. He's streaky.
Yeah, when he was in
the
Jacksonville.
21st century Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's streaky.
Exactly.
I would give him that.
Exactly. I was thinking of that. I was like, hold up now, wait a minute. I mean,
he's streaky, but with Lamar Jackson getting paid, and he's supposed to be on an MVP type tier.
You know what? He
fumbled 2 times, critical, costing them major field possession.
I'm gonna put it like this.
I watched that game.
We're gonna end this segment on. We're gonna end this segment right here. We're gonna end this segment just like this. The reason why Tom Brady was so good, or perceived to be so good in the NFL, is because Tom Brady did not take major contracts like the quarterbacks are taking now, and he used some of that money to go get top tier talent around him to protect him so he could win Super Bowls. That's how when you paying a quarterback, like when you paying a quarterback $200 million, $250 million, and you having a cap hit every year of almost $50 million, you don't have no room to go out and get talent around that guy to make him to be competitive, or you're gonna be over the cap. NFL got a hard cap. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the NBA where you can go into the luxury tax in the NBA and pay, this much per dollar that you over, stuff like that. It's hard, man. So that's the reason why, I look at it like Tom Brady was so good, because he always took a discount in order for the team to be better. Now, did it make Tom Brady look better than what he probably was? That's debatable. But, a lot of people think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. He is. You can't deny that. The man got 7 Super Bowl rings and stuff like that. So maybe taking a discount and putting more talent around you to help, maybe it is the way to go with that. But all I'm gonna say to this is, man, y'all got beat by 50 points. Denver, y'all got beat by 50 points. Y'all need to think about that. Y'all need to figure out y'all life. That's what y'all need to do. Jesus Christ. Out there wasting all these folks' time, wasting all them good fans' times in Denver, and y'all don't want to. Just go to the post game.
It's time to shut down in the post game.
Out there wasting them folks' time. When you go out there and put on a performance like that, 50 points, you got beat by 7 touchdowns. And normally in the NFL, if you score anywhere between 20 to 30 points, you can win the game.
Man,
you got beat by 50 points. Stop. God, man, let's move on, bro. That's sad. That's sad. Ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast again, man. We appreciate y'all. Hey, man, go follow us on our Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter. Well, Twitter/X at CoolersPod23. Again, it's at CoolersPod23. If you want to talk to us, email us at WCTpod@gmail.com. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to our YouTube page at www.youtube.com/at The Coolest Pod 23. Again, that's www.youtube.com/at The Coolest Pod 23. Oh, man. Or if you're already in YouTube, or if you're already on the YouTube channel, which you probably are watching us, because we're going to put some of this content up that we are doing now. But next week, we will be putting out our long form show every Wednesday that you hear here. You'll be able to watch it every Wednesday. Just search us at Water Cooler Talk Podcast in the search bar on YouTube, man. Hey, so we are here, man. We have gotten to the point in the post game to where, we pick games, and just to give y'all some backstory, we are recording a little bit earlier than normal because of circumstances that came up. So as we're talking right now, the Eagles and the Buccaneers are playing, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the Eagles are up against the Buccaneers right now. Let's take a look and see what the score is. So
20-3 Eagles.
20-3 Eagles are up right now against the Buccaneers. So it looks like, and that they are in the third quarter, in the third quarter. It looks like the Eagles may win that game. But as it sits right now, without the Eagles win combined in the total, Marcus is at 14-10, and I am at 15-9. So I have a 1-game lead on Marcus, either way this goes. So if the Eagles hold on, I'll be 16-9, and Marcus will be 15-10. So, hey, 1 game up. All I gotta do is win by 1, and I ain't gotta get no water dumped on me. You feel me? But
still a long season.
Still a long season to go. But without the Eagles, I am 15-9. Marcus is 14-10. But as it sits now, without the Eagles in, we have Kyle is at 3-0. DJ is at 2-1. Travell is at 2-1. Uncle Willie is at 2-1, and Brian is at 3-0. Now that is without the Eagles win. Now, if the Eagles win, then you know who you pick. Travell was the only one that picked the Bucs to win, so Travell would probably drop to 2-2 if the Bucs lose. But we are into another week, to a new week, ladies and gentlemen, and we got some games that we're gonna pick for this week. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I don't know, man. Marcus, how you feel about these games? I think the NFL games are gonna be pretty interesting. How you feel about the rest of these games?
Yeah. I like these little college games. They out of the ordinary.
They are out of the ordinary. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, the first game we're gonna go ahead and pick for this week is we're gonna go Texas A&M versus Arkansas. That game is at Arkansas, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus.
Arkansas been dropping the ball for me lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go Texas A&M.
Marcus is going to Aggies. Okay. You know what? I think Texas A&M. I think the Texas A&M Auburn game gave Texas A&M false hope. I'm gonna stick my neck out on the line for this one.
Okay.
I know I picked Texas A&M as the first team out because of the talent that they have, but they haven't looked that good to me. I don't know, man. I'm going back and forth on this, man. You know what? I'm gonna ride with Texas. I'm going to Aggies too. I'm gonna ride with the Aggies. Okay. All right, man. We gotta get our revenge this week. South Alabama versus James Madison.
I'm going South.
That's what I'm talking about. Jags, baby. Jags, and everybody already know who I'm going. I'm going with the Jags as well. Going with the Jags. Okay, this is an interesting game coming up. We got Utah versus Oregon State. DJ Uyunglele, who's a quarterback at Oregon State, they lost by 3 this past weekend.
Man, he didn't pan out at Clemson. I'm going Utah.
Oh, wow. You going Utah. Okay. You going to Utah Utes in this game. I'm actually going to go Oregon State in this game. I'm going to actually go. I think DJ Uyunglele is will pull out a win because they were 3-0 before this loss they just had this past weekend. So I'm going to go Oregon State in this game. All right. Next game. South Carolina versus Tennessee. This is a good game. Now, remember, South Carolina beat Tennessee last year. Who you got?
Tennessee at home, right?
Yep, Tennessee is his home game at home.
I'm going to go Tennessee.
Okay, he going with the Tennessee Vols. Okay. I'm actually gonna go South Carolina. South Carolina in this game.
All right.
I think Spencer Rattler have one of those performances that he had last year. I think South Carolina win this game.
Okay.
I'm going South Carolina. Yeah, I'm gonna go South Carolina. All right. This the game right here. This the game.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
it
sir.
right here, ladies and gentlemen. This the game. It's homecoming week. It's homecoming week up on the hill, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Tuskegee University Golden Tigers
I don't know why y'all invited them up on the hill.
versus the Alabama A&M Bulldogs, boy. But it's homecoming on the hill, bro. It's homecoming.
Y'all invited the wrong team.
Who you got? Who you got, Marcus?
Y'all invited the wrong team. Like, I lost my homecoming my freshman year, and on the board they wrote playing Charles Henderson for homecoming. You are crazy. So I'm right on y'all boards. Alabama and them playing Tuskegee, and they undefeated for homecoming.
What?
You are crazy. I'm going Tuskegee.
Man, I said the same thing when I saw this. I said, bruh, Tuskegee about to beat A&M, bruh. It's about to be some serious, bruh. Tuskegee about to beat A&M, bruh. I don't even think it's close, to be honest with you.
Yeah, bro.
I don't think it's close.
Man, Tuskegee look crazy this year.
Tuskegee look good. They look real good this year, man. When I saw him play Fort Valley State, and I was like, oh snap, it might be the old Tuskegee coming back. But I was like,
crazy.
what?
Aaron James, he a Rick Cummings, your boy.
Ooh, I'm right with Tuskegee.
You know, roughing the AD, so you know, man, you know, Tuskegee get real crazy, man.
Tuskegee looking good. So we both going
Tuskegee
Tuskegee.
crazy.
We both going Tuskegee in this game, bro. Tuskegee, we see y'all. All right, man. Let's head to the NFL, man. So we got two pretty good games that we can that we gonna pick in this game, man. All right, man. First game we going. We got the Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. Marcus, who you got?
Going Buffalo, man. You
Oh,
already
my
know.
God.
You ain't have to ask me. You ain't have to
my
ask me.
God.
You ain't have to ask me.
Jesus Christ, why? That's that fan talking.
Man, all right. Just wait on
That's
it.
that fan talking. I'm trying to tell you, that's
Just
that
wait on
fan
it.
talking. I'm going with the Dolphins, man. I'm not going. I'm
not surprised. I'm not
going with the
surprised.
Dolphins, bro. I'm picking the Dolphins to win that game. That's what I got. Tua. I don't know if Jalen Waddle playing or not. He ain't played it past week, but Tyreek Hill, Devon A-Chain, Morstead. I'm going to Dolphins, bro. And the defense look good. And they just dropped. And they just beat the Denver Broncos by 50. Y'all got beat by 50, Denver. Y'all got beat by 50. But I digress. All right, man. Last game, man. This is where we picking at, man. Ravens at the Browns.
That's a good one, bro.
Who you got? I already know who I got.
Dude, this is a divisional game, too, man. I'm going to
Yep.
go Browns, man. I'm going to go Browns, man. I'm going to go Brownies, man. They better not make me look bad. I'm going to talk about everybody at work.
I'm taking the Browns to win, too, while you playing. I'm taking the Browns to win, man. I think the Browns win.
Done?
I got the
I'm
Browns
supposed to say
win.
that.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, what you talking about?
Yeah, I'm supposed to say that.
Yeah, he ain't say that. He ain't say that out loud.
Nah, not like that. Just for the Browns.
Oh man. Hey, we taking the Browns to win. We both picked the Browns, man. All right, gentlemen, you all know. You heard the games, the Dolphins at the Bills, Ravens at the Browns, man. Let us know who you pick. Hey man, and we'll put you down, man. So yeah. Marcus. It's that time.
Yes, sir.
It's that time. It's time to give out the award that everybody loves, but the person that gets it hates.
Give it up for the Water Boy Award.
Gatorade. H2O. Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Marcus,
Yes, sir.
who you giving this week Water Boy Award to, boss man?
I would be wrong if I didn't give it to that horrible performance from the Denver Broncos.
They got beat by 50.
By how many, Nick?
They got beat by 50.
Sean Payton. You did all that talking. Matter of fact, I put y'all as a team that
You
to watch out for.
You showed did. Put them as your Super Bowl dark horse.
I was so happy. I was like, they a quarterback away. They got a top 10 defense, and they got beat by how many, Nick?
They got beat by 50.
My God. And then I heard rumors, I don't know if this is true. Allegedly, the coach that coached at Miami is a Denver Broncos fan. That's why he didn't run the score up, Because he was with a ball boy at Denver or something. He
was a ball boy. He was a ball boy.
He applied for the job at Denver, and he got overlooked. And he beat y'all by how many, Nick?
They got beat by 50.
Oh, my goodness. So, you know, Sean Payton, you and, you know, tell Russell Wilson to grab the Bible. He can come on over here. He grab the Bible. You and him can come sit by me. Patrick Surtain on that defense. You come sit by me. And we just gonna have a Nick cue the drop for him because they need it right now more than I do. Nick, how much I got beat by again?
They got beat by 50.
Leave it on y'all brains for this whole week. And anytime y'all play somebody at man, y'all put up 50 points. I just want y'all to remember. Nick, drop it one more time for him. No, you got to drop the. How many they got beat by Nick?
They got beat by 50.
All right.
You know what? When you get beat by 50, you need to call that, hey, we just Broncoed you. You just got Denvered.
Yeah, just call it. Yeah, exactly.
You just got Denvered. That's what it is. You just got Denvered. They got beat by 50 points, bro.
The NFL game.
By 50 points. Bro, I promise you I thought it was a Pac-12 game. I was like, bro, what is this? What college game this is? We watching in the Pac-12. I'm like, bro, who USC playing? And I'm like, bro, come
Sean
on.
Payton, if you're going to come back and get beat by 50, you could have stayed retired.
Yeah, exactly. Very true. Very true. I agree with you on that.
Stay at home, sir.
Yeah.
Go back and warm up that couch. Because apparently this NFL to pass you by. You 0-3.
They got beat by 50, dog. By 50. But they got beat by 50. They got beat by 50. They got beat by 50 points, bro.
They almost let dude put up 200 yards on the ground and almost let Munstop put up another 100 with Tyree Hill putting up 157.
Bro.
Like, bro.
It was so bad.
At home by fourth quarter.
It was so bad. The backup quarterback threw a bomb for a touchdown. They got beat by 50. They got beat by 50 points, bro. Like, I don't think people realize, like, that's a lot. That's 7 touchdowns they got beat by. They got beat by 50. By 50. And it's supposed to be by a coach that's an offensive genius that had Drew Brees as his quarterback. They got beat by 50 points, bro. Like, that's, man, y'all, man, lit, man. Man, shout out. Marcus, man, shout out.
You know what the name is going to be? By 50.
The name of this the title of the podcast is They Got Beat by 50.
By 50. I want y'all to sleep on that.
God, to be more careful, man. Whew, boy.
I ain't picking y'all no more in my parlays.
Watching the game, man, the Eagles just got a safety. So the score now is 22-3 in the third quarter. So it looks like the Eagles may hold on to this win. So, but until it's official, we can't add the number to win to the account because you never know what happened. You never know what can happen in this league, ladies and gentlemen. But
Facts.
But hey, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. Coming around every Wednesday, hanging with us around the water cooler, man. We thank y'all so much, man. Marcus, man, what you got to say to the people, boss, man?
Man, first off, shout out the home team. Shout out Kyle. Shout out Travell.
Shout out to Kyle.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out DJ. You know, shout out all the home team. You know, Uncle Willie. Everybody who support. You know what I'm saying? Keep supporting, keep listening every Wednesday. We're going to keep bringing this fire. Y'all have a good one.
Man, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Again, man, we appreciate y'all, man, for coming around, sitting around the water cooler with us, man. As always, man, it is always, man. We always thank you, man. We show our gratitude, man, because you know what? You're taking time out your day to listen to us, man. So we appreciate it. Thank y'all again, man. Hey, you know what, man? Y'all have a good one. Better yet, man, y'all have a great one. May y'all be blessed. One love.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Water Cooler Talk. Make sure to follow us on our socials on Instagram and TikTok at Water Cooler Talk and on YouTube at The Coolest Pod 23. Also, make sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast player so that you never miss an episode.